Da-na, da-na, da-na-na-na-na. So what do you think of when you hear that theme? Sharks, right? Well, according to the article Sharks on Smithsonian Ocean Portal, the ocean contains over 1 million known species, but more specifically, it's home to over 500 shark species. But what if I told you that the number of sharks has been on the steep decline in recent decades due to the practice of shark finning? And now you're going to say, what is shark finning? How does it affect the ecosystem? And how can I help to stop it? Well, let's dive a little deeper to find out about the practice of shark finning, its effects on the ocean's ecosystem, and what a single person can do to stop the decline of these magnificent creatures. So, shark finning. It's such a simple word for a horrible practice. According to the researcher Katie Fairclough, shark finning is basically the process where a hunter brings a shark on board to the ship. They slice off solely the fins and basically dump the rest of the body back into the ocean. These animals are left, still often alive, are left to die in a very undignified way, unable to properly swim and bleed to death, dying from blood loss and suffocation. But what makes the fins so important to these hunters is that they have a lot more cultural and monetary value than the rest of the body. According to the article Shark Fin Soup, it kind of explains why, and it's because of the Chinese dish shark fin soup, which a bowl can cost over $100, which is pretty crazy. The thing is, though, is that this soup isn't really anything super special. It contains shark fin meat, but it really has a base of chicken or other flavored stock. The fins are simply used for texture and nothing more. There's no taste to them. So it's so popular because it was created and savored by the Chinese emperor, who told people, it has it's very high class and it has medicinal benefits. But actually, in an interview by Matthew Castle, he found that they believed it had a defense against certain types of cancer, which actually contains a lot of neurotoxins. So it's the opposite of what they were being told. So, and now today it's really more used of a symbol of status or wealth. So in a study done by scientist Verlich Hart, it's estimated that actually 20 or more species of shark will become extinct by the end of 2017 due to shark fishing. That's this year. That's crazy. Each year, more than 100 million sharks are taken from the ocean. That's dangerous rates and can lead to the collapse of the oceanic food chain. Matthew Castle also found a study done on the eastern seaboard that showed that the decline of the shark population in North Carolina led to a boom in the population of cow-nosed rays, and it ultimately decimated a scallop population. This is really scary when you think about how it can make an impact on a much larger scale. What makes the populations drop so quickly, or help them to drop so quickly, is that sharks have really low fertility rates. They produce a few pups, they don't sexually mature until the age of 7, and some species actually practice autophagy, which is that multiple embryonic cells develop. However, once one hatches, they basically cannibalize their brothers and sisters. So what can be done to help stop, the decline of these species? China has actually led the crusade, which is interesting because they're kind of the ones that, I guess, shark fin soup is really culturally important to them. But they've helped to stop the decline by actually banning the soup from being served at state dinners, which is pretty important because that's their form of government, so their government is showing a really good example there. And in an article written by Jennifer Dugan, 85% of Chinese people have actually given up the consumption of shark fin soup since 2012. But what can you do as just the average American? First off, you can boycott restaurants that serve shark fin soup. There's one that's still located in Minnesota. It's actually the Mandarin Kitchen in Bloomington. So you can also join a group such as Sea Shepherd, Wild Aid, or the Humane Society International. These groups give really good opportunities for campaigning for peaceful protests and as well as like helping with petitions. So, and if you're going on a trip soon, somewhere where there's an ocean, plan a shark tour. You not only promote ecotourism, but more importantly, shark conservation. So, and the last and most important is spread the word, because I don't think enough people know about shark finning. So shark finning. It's a practice where sharks are cruelly left to bleed out and die, stripped of their fins for this tiny, tiny bowl of luxurious soup that really has no taste. So not only is this practice cruel and inhumane, it can have dangerously detrimental effects on our ecosystem. Sharks aren't the cold-blooded killers that they are portrayed as in the media. They're honestly just animals trying to survive and thrive in their natural habitat. So if shark populations continue to decline at this rate, our ecosystem will fall apart. So soon, action is needed to be taken to preserve our fragile ecosystem.